Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be having a look at the Chinese J-11A and its capabilities. One of the major reasons I wanted to do this video was even if you have a heavy American bias when it comes to what you choose to fly in DCS, it's still very important to know how the enemy will play and what the capabilities of their aircraft are. So that's pretty much what we're going to have a look at here today. What I have here is some online gameplay that I recorded from my server, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started.
Уклад. Разрешаю руление на полосу 1-2.
Alright, everything looks good, we're ready to taxi. Alright, let's get rolling. Gonna try to show off the J11 here today, some of the sneakier ways that you can kill people. Alright, stick back, gears and flaps. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to turn on my radar, I'm going to turn on the Electro Optical, zoom out the data link.
125-й, первый. Обнаружена цель. 128. Удаление 140. На 2000. Дистанция не меняется.
You can see we already got a target out there. He's currently cold on us. Turn off the nav lights. So we got at least one target out there that we can go after right now. Alright, now we have two on data link. So we have two possible targets off in front. We'll get close and see how the engagement maybe wants to play out. We'll see if we want to engage both or just one, or maybe just get out of there.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop my altitude here. The lower I fly, the more possible it is that they may not be looking low enough with their radar and I might be able to slip through. That's really how I can get up, like right on their 6 o'clock. Notice how my radar is still off too.
Первый. Обнаружена цель. 129. Удаление 90. На 500. Сближайтесь.
Alright, I'm gonna go after this first guy. Take him out and then quickly go for the second guy maybe. It doesn't look like they're flying together or supporting each other, so we might be able to divide and conquer. Keeping that altitude low. Alright, notice how my scan zone is pointed up.
Pull up.
It's at +2
Pull
on the
up.
HUD there.
Pull
And
up.
that means that my Electro Optical is looking up for the target. Okay, you can see I have him on the HUD there. He has no idea I'm here either. Switching to ET. Just gonna go ahead and get closer. Notice how we're behind a cloud. If I fire now, he has no chance of seeing it. Okay, so there's Fox2 from behind a cloud, and then it pops out of the cloud and he sees it at the last second. Looks like he's still climbing. Doesn't even see it. Splash. Yeah, that was a Hornet. Okay, so that's splash 1. And he did not see that come in at all. Yeah, that's definitely a Hornet. Alright, we're just gonna dive back for the ground here. I don't like to spend too much time at high altitude in a J-11, so... So here we are, still just, you know, scanning around. I got somebody on the bottom of my EO there, so you can see I picked him up. Now the symbology says that he's a hostile on the data link.
Обнаружена цель 195. Удаление 70 на 5000. Дистанция не меняется.
Even though symbology says that he's a hostile, I'm not entirely sure, because it's kind of weird that he would just pop up on data link like that. So what I'm going to do is just get close and make visual confirmation, especially since he has no idea I'm here. I can't quite tell what that is. It might be an A10 because he's so slow. Yeah, like the data link definitely says he's hostile. And I'm 99% sure. Yeah, it's a Harrier. It's a Harrier. So we can definitely hit him. Oh, I accidentally fired a 77. There's a 73. It's all good. I wasted one missile, but that's fine. Okay, splash 1 again. So that's 2 kills here today, and I still got enough fuel to stick around for probably a little bit longer.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Especially since I have a target right in front of me.
Pull up. Pull up.
Look at that, it's my lucky day.
Pull up.
That's the wrong target.
Pull up.
I don't want to go all the way over there for him, because they have air defenses down there.
125-й. Первый. Цель рядом.
I'll try to get this guy. I'm coming up right behind him. See if I can pick up on vertical. There he is. Again, not a clue that I'm here. And that's an ER, which means he's gonna have a hell of a time dodging this. And it looks like a Hornet. Splash. That's 3 kills in one day. I think that's a solid day's work. Might be time to get out of here.
Pull up.
Alright, so we're headed home now. We're flying right over the American held city here. We might be able to get a visual. See, their air defenses are spiking me. We're just gonna go to the left a little bit here, get out of their fire zone. I just don't want to get engaged by their air defenses. But they are right there. That's the American ground defenses. Now if you had air-to-ground weapons, that's what you would be hitting right now, but I'm basically just air superiority, so there isn't much I can do. The best I could do was clear the skies for the air-to-ground guys, and I think we did that pretty well. So we're just gonna go ahead and head home. Hopefully they're able to hit that position soon. So yeah, I hope you guys got a decent view of what the J-11 is capable of in terms of sneaking up on people. And maybe you don't want to fly as the J-11, but sometimes just to see how they would fly is helpful. I'm just turning around here just to do a quick scan. There was a fourth guy out there. I'm kind of tempted to go back, but I also don't want to push my luck. So I'm not going to get greedy, we're just going to head home. Alright guys, so that's going to be the video here today of the J-11. I hope you saw a little bit of its capability and the fact that it's an amazing plane. It's one of my favorites personally online. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at the tag view now. Alright guys, so here we go. We got me and the J-11 here. I'll speed it up a little bit. Got our friendly Ka-50 out here. That's Zoho. These are the Russian ground targets that the Americans are trying to hit. These are the American targets that the Russians are trying to hit. Alright, looks like we got two guys up in the air. We got an AV-8 Harrier and an F-18C here. Alright, so you can see I'm kind of coming in. I should be within his scan zone, but probably what's happening is he's not looking low enough. Right, and I'm kind of off to the side now. I think at this point, like, I'm outside of his radar range. And because I'm low, his EWR, early warning radar, can't pick me up either. So what happens is he starts coming over here. He is making the mistake of heading towards the mountains. And honestly, if you're an American aircraft, there's no reason you should be going close to a mountain without at least being really high up so that you can look down into those crevices. Essentially what happens here is he gets he starts heading towards the mountains. He's scanning around. He's not realizing that I'm low because he probably wasn't scanning low enough, and he's just gonna catch that what did I launch at him? An ET. And I'm using my EO, right? This is important. I don't have my radar on at this point, so he's receiving no RWR pings. And I have him locked up the entire time, and he has no idea. This is another reason why if you're flying American, you're fighting Russians, you want to constantly be looking around, right? Constantly look over the size of your aircraft, check 6, because they will do this. And it's also another reason why you don't fly alone like that. Flying solo against Russians will more than likely get you killed. Exactly like this. Now if this was over the ocean, that would be different. He would be in a much better position to scan everything in front of him. If he was out in the ocean, it would just be a matter of him making sure he was scanning low enough to pick me up. Alright, so we take out our first target. We're going to come down here. I'm really just doing this tag view for situational awareness reasons. There isn't really much tactics because we ended up like sneaking up on everyone. Again, I'm using my data link and my EO is off. I got that Harrier on data link, so this is why I head over to this general area to see if I can find whoever was here. Now at this point I'm under the impression that maybe the Harrier got hit. I don't know what it is either. I just assumed it was either a Harrier or an A-10 because it was attacking the ground targets here. I head over here and I don't find him, so I just I thought maybe he got shot down by the air defenses here. And then he pops back up on data link. Right around here he pops back up, so I'm able to vector back in. And I wasn't quite sure if he was a friendly or a hostile. My situational awareness wasn't great in this situation, but I do manage to make visual confirmation. And so I release. I originally wanted to get an R-73 off. I accidentally launched the 77 and I didn't hear it come off the rail, so I thought maybe it didn't fire. So I fired a second R-73. By the time I fired this, I saw this. So I ended up essentially wasting a missile, but whatever. Okay, so that's a double hit on that Harrier. He's out. And once again, we got an American F-18 headed towards us. And again, this guy is pointing right at me. He should have no problem seeing me on radar. But what's happening again is he's definitely not scanning low enough. He's just not checking low enough to the ground and close enough to him. Like, he's probably scanning the ground over here somewhere. You got to scan the ground starting early and then push back so you can see everything in between. If you just start back here, you have no idea what's going on here, which is what's going on in this situation. He's scanning too far out and not low enough, essentially. So what I'm going to do is at this point I'm going to vector myself up behind him. This is ideally how you want to come up on an American aircraft if you're going to try to EO him. EO is Electro Optical, obviously, and the reason for that is you want to be low on his 6 o'clock. If you're low on his 6 o'clock, he can't see through his airplane. As he looks back, he can't look down at the same time. So this is the ideal position that you want to be at if you are gonna go for that. Now as I come around his early warning radar, EWR calls me out to him. So that's when he realizes and he tries to turn around to engage me, but it's far too late, obviously, and I hit him with an ER. I had my radar on at this point, just at the last second. Actually, no, look, at this point, it's not even his early warning radar. That doesn't even see me, period. It's when I'm on his 6, I turn on my radar. I forgot I did that. And at this point, I turn it on because I just kind of wanted to freak him out, if I'm being honest. Just come up behind him, and you know, just scare him. I like doing that. It's kind of cruel. You come up behind him, you switch on your radar. There's nothing they can do about it. You're that close, and you're firing an ET, or sorry, an ER. There's like absolutely nothing he can do. And he actually makes the mistake of turning. Maybe if he had nose down and gone straight, he may have been able to, even then I would have caught up with him eventually. There isn't much options he had at that point. So yeah, there he goes. That is the 3rd kill. 1 sortie, 3 kills. So again, this is not you know, a tactics based thing. The only tactic really here was the fact that I used my EO Electro Optical system, which is a major advantage of the J-11, and I exploited that by staying low so that, you know, his early warning radar didn't pick me up or anything. And that's also situational on where the early warning radar is. It's not always going to be like that, but in this mission it is like that. So I was able to stay low, and I came up behind everybody with the EO, and they just weren't paying attention, so they died. Alright guys, so that's going to be the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you at least got a view. Maybe if you weren't too familiar with the J-11, you got to see its capabilities and why it's so dangerous. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.